And we got on the sideline, and Alex Gibb said, look over there. Skip, we see everybody, Big Gilbert Brown, Darius Holland, Reggie, Gabe Wilkins, Santana Dawson. Okay, yeah, it won't be long now, Skip. It won't be long now. We huge in the body language. You make a play and everybody looking around like, come on, man. Skip, for the last 5 or 6 weeks, we've talked about big dollar guys, big contract guys not living up to their contracts. And that guy, number 19, has gone by untalked about. But since Dak Prescott has gotten hurt, 22 catches, 254 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 51 yards a game, 0 100-yard games, 1 catch for 5 yards against Philly. We talked about D-Law. We talked about some of these other guys that was making big dollars. That guy right there hasn't lived up to $20 million. Now, you tell me he's playing like a $20 million receiver? No, it's absolutely inbound. It is absolutely right because he's been known to disappear for long stretches, Skip. Remember, he got off to that great start. And then like the last 3 games, he disappeared. Last year, the last 5 to 6 games, he disappeared. You talked about how it got so bad in Philly. Coach Clapp said, nah, you good over here with me. Put a tight end in and had him running routes where a guy making that kind of money is on the sideline. It's absolutely inbounds. And he has not lived up to what he's getting paid, Skip.
It was absolutely out of bounds because it was beneath the dignity of a Brandon Graham I used to respect until now. Now he's talking big, bad Brandon Graham.
The Eagle.
I'm talking tough about Amari Cooper. It's so beneath his dignity. Are you kidding me? You're late to this party, my man, because I was first guessing this. I was showing you the way on this one because in the Jets game, he plays 1 game at the Jets. They were terrible.
One play, you mean?
1 play, and he's out. I don't know, my leg hurts. And then he came back against Philly at home the next Sunday night and lit him up.
Yep.
Well, what are you doing? So we lose 24-22 to the Jets up there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then it got worse and worse because at New England, remember what happened?
Stephon Gilmore
made him quit. He was over crying, pouting on the sideline. And it wasn't that the coaches pulled him. He took himself out because he couldn't handle being handcuffed.
Made him tap out.
What are you doing? You want $20 million?
And Jerry gave it to him.
And finally, to your point, it got so bad at Philadelphia last year. Did Brandon Graham not notice that the coaches yanked out Amari Cooper from the final drive of the game? It was Tavon Austin. And actually, Tavon ran by the corner, was wide open, and Dak airmailed him and missed him for the throw that could have tied the game. They'd have to go for 2, right? Okay, so that's the guy who, because it was rumored, it was speculated that the Washington football team wanted to pay him a lot of money, Jerry said, I guess I'm damned if I do or don't.
I can't let him go to the rival.
I can't let him go, and I'll pay him $20 million. And here's what you get. So now I have to listen to Brandon Graham gloating about a game in which he almost lost to Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci, for a while, had them on the ropes. And he has his own quarterback, talking about living in a glass house. I mean, his own quarterback is a horror show. And he's talking about Amari Cooper's body language.
But let me ask you a question. Where's the lie? Let me look. Let me flip the page. I'm looking for the lie.
It's a duh of a lie.
I'm looking for the lie that he told about Cooper.
But again, it's beneath you. Aren't you better than that? Once upon a time, didn't you win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And you actually forced the GOAT. He made 1 play on the GOAT, knocked the ball out of his hands. And it actually sealed the deal, right?
But Skip, we talked about all these other guys that's not living up to it. And we have yet to mention it. All the times that we've talked, we haven't mentioned Amari. Skip,
I have. I'm done with him. I'm down. He's dismissed.
He on the Cowboys. Anybody else on the Cowboys, you win.
Okay. What do the Eagles have to gloat about?
Seriously, in first place.
You're in first place with what kind of record?
Better than yours.
It's barely better.
It ain't no barely.
Yes, it barely.
We way better than y'all.
You got tied by Joe Burrow at Philly. Y'all
will get beat by Joe Burrow.
Okay. Well, we well might. But the point is, you've had a miserable year by your standards. You should have run away with this division. Huh?
Skip, just imagine if we didn't have, just like we lost all our weapons.
We've lost our first and our second quarterback. You still have give it to him Wentz. Give it to him. He's just coughing balls up all over the carpet.
What about Coop?
Yeah.
You got Amari Cooper.
Yeah. I
and CeeDee Lamb.
I got CD.
And what did I tell you?
I told you CeeDee Lamb's my number 1
receiver. He had the perfect name. CeeDee L's pile up. That's what I see. You see him, Skip?
Oh,
way to go,
that's
Brandon.
harsh.
That's what you
That
got.
is too
You got
much.
7 of these, Skip.
Pile on.
And before it's over, you have about
Come on,
13 of them.
Shannon. That's harsh. That's harsh.
I'll give
Okay.
y'all 2 more wins.
Guys, the Masters in November has begun. So is Tiger's quest for another green jacket. We'll give you the latest details. So Tom Brady's 21 seasons have come with a few stats he'd rather not have. One of them is being tied for third all-time with Ben Roethlisberger in sacks taken at 513. Brady is only 3 behind John Elway for the second and 12 behind Brett Favre for the most all-time. So, Shannon, does this make Brady's toughness any more impressive?
No, Brady started more games than anybody, Skip. He's 29 starts behind Brett. He's played 3 more seasons, basically, than Marino, and 51 games more than Elway. So that's, 48 games, 16-game season, so a little over 3. He's played almost 4 more years than Big Ben. And now, Skip, with the way they protect the quarterback, Skip, they don't allow you to slam the quarterback, put your body weight on him. You can't put your helmet under his chin. You can't hit him side the head. And what these quarterbacks have gotten really, really good at, Skip, is that when they feel the pressure coming, they'll just go down. Ain't no fighting. I'm not going to let you get no big shots on me. I'm not going to let you get an extra shot on me. I'm just going to go ahead on down. Excuse me, and live to see another day. So, look, if you play in this league, you're tough, but it doesn't make, I'm looking at Brady like, oh, my God, he's one of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen. No, you played this long, you're going to get sacked. Now, Marino, Skip, there were seasons in which Marino didn't get sacked double digits. I think one season he got sacked in 16 games 7 times. So that lets you know how good his pass protection was and how quick his release was because Danny wasn't taking no shots. So, no, I'm not surprised that he's moving up the ranks. When you play this long, Skip, I'm surprised he's not already there considering 21 years and he hasn't missed a start since he became a full-time starter with the exception of that 2008 season. Skip, that's a lot of games. And unfortunately, he hadn't always had the best protection. It's not like he got a bunch of linemen going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
So I am here to suggest to you, you being a Hall of Famer, that Tom Brady just might be the toughest quarterback to ever have played this game. And I suggest that because of this number I'm about to give you. Since entering this league 20 years ago, Tom Brady has been hit. These aren't just sacks. These are just quarterback hits. 1,233 times. That's by far the most over the last 20 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
And because he has played so long, I don't have the stat because it wasn't kept the previous 20, 30, 40 years. But I'm willing to bet anybody that that's the most times any quarterback in the history of this league has ever been hit in a career.
Nah, Brett probably.
I don't think so. Well, this is more than Brett's.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you got to realize, Skip, Brett started in 92. It started he got drafted in 91, started in 92.
Okay, so in the 18 full seasons that Tom Brady has played prior to this one, 11 times he is ranked in the top 10 of getting hit. Okay, so that's 11 out of 18. In 6 of those times, he was in the top 5 in the league of getting hit. He had 2 seconds and 2 thirds. He was the second most hit and the third most hit twice each. That's a lot of hits on a body. That's why it's so impressive to me and should be to you, knowing what you went through. Obviously, you weren't a quarterback, and obviously you were getting hit a lot harder than Tom Brady gets hit on the times that you caught balls and got rocked in the middle of the field. But at 35, your body just finally said, I just don't want to do this anymore.
No.
Okay? So he's now 43, and trust me, on this past Monday morning, I think he was really sore. I think he got knocked around a lot.
You know what, Skip? If he take a couple of those shots, like the one Cam took Monday night.
That was hellacious. That was just wrong. And again, they did flag it.
But I don't think that was a dirty hit, though, Skip.
You know what? I wouldn't have thrown the flag either. They did flag it, but it got him up under and it just whiplashed him.
Brady doesn't take those flush shots like that. And I don't know what Cam saw because it looked like the tight end throwing what we call throwing go, Skip. He blocks, throws the guy, and then goes and expecting to get the ball. And I don't know if Cam misread it or forgot what he was supposed to do, but you won't have a very long career. You take very many of those
Cal
shots.
Kid, he is a hitter.
Yeah, Ashton Davis.
Yeah. And he's a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, but Skip, when you played this long, Skip, if you played this long, Jerry caught the most passes. Jerry played a long time. Emmett has the most rushing yards because Emmett has the most carries. He played the long, now I think Marcus played a number of years, but he wasn't getting the carries that Emmett had throughout his career. So I'm not surprised. I mean, Big Ben gets sacked an average of 2.3 times a game. Brady's a little less than 1.8. So.
Okay, remember, I'm just talking about hits because it's one thing to get sacked. It's another thing just the ball's gone and you get hit.
If Big Ben makes it 20 years, Big Ben's going to top that, Skip, because you remember how Big Ben would hold on to the ball and they dragged him down and 4 or 5 guys, they look like a pack of lions on